This is Major. I'm on site. I'm going in.
안녕하세요. 채널Cgv 무비톡 오상진입니다. 이 시간을 통해 아주 특별한 분을 제가 만나게 됐는데요. 여기 계신 공각기동대 고스트 인 더 쉘의 배우 스칼렛 조한슨입니다. Please say hello to the Korean fan and this channel.
Hello. Hello to all of our Korean fans and this channel.
Okay. I saw a trailer. I'm very amazed by your charismatic acting.
Thank you.
It was very impressive that powerful action in the water. You're invisible and hit some guy.
I like that sequence a lot just because it's so beautiful and it looks so similar to the animation. It's really exciting. I think the fans of the animation are just going to be like blown away by it. You were dying. We saved you.
공각기동대 고스트 인 더 쉘은 원작 만화와 애니메이션으로 이미 전 세계 관객들에게 오랫동안 사랑받아온 작품입니다. 2017년 할리우드에서 최초로 실사 영화로 제작되며 큰 관심이 모아졌고 탑 배우 스칼렛 조한슨이 주인공 메이저로 캐스팅되면서 더욱 화제가 됐습니다.
Why can't I feel my body? Only your brain survived.
공각기동대 고스트 인 더 쉘은 엘리트 특수부대를 이끄는 리더 메이저의 이야기인데요. 인간의 한계를 넘어선 신체 능력을 가진 메이저가 테러 조직을 쫓던 중
What do you want from me?
잊었던 자신의 존재를 알아가는 과정을 담은 SF 블록버스터입니다.
They did not save your life. They stole it.
And Ghost in the Shell has been loved for nearly 30 years as a masterpiece animation. And then this might give you some pressures and how to overcome it.
Of course, doing all the Black Widow stuff with Marvel, you meet fans, obsessive fans, which is wonderful and of course can be kind of daunting, but you have to, I think it's just such a weight, it's such a heavy weight to carry. It's quite cumbersome. I think you just have to, go with what feels right for you in the character in that moment and give as honest a performance as you can. And then you just hope that people respond to it. And sometimes they do, and sometimes they don't.
Okay. As a fan of the Ghost in the Shell, I'm just curious about the color of your hair is different with the animation, right?
Kind of, yeah.
It was blue, right?
It's a little blue.
Yeah.
It has some blue in it.
But in the movie, that looks like a black. So
it's kind of blue and black. It has some blue pieces in it, yeah. But we didn't want it to look like. I didn't want to look like a cartoon, I think, and so we tried it as navy and different colors of blue, and then I was like, wait, does she dye her hair? Or it didn't really make that much sense, because I think she's so, she's kind of built like this, and so we thought, I don't think this character is going out and buying blue hair dye, but it has a little bit of blue in it, so
I thought that it was, so black.
You'll see. Got a little bit of blue.
I have been watching you.
I'm wondering then your major point to express as a woman leader.
You mean, are you asking if I feel it's important to be a female feminist? I mean, I am a feminist. I play characters that experiencing some sort of transition or change or understanding, the meaning of their own purpose or identity. I mean, that's something that's been interesting to me for, like I said, this past decade. And if that, by proxy, means that I'm playing really strong female characters, then, that's just a kind of coincidence, I guess. Maybe this next decade I'll just play a pacifist, not a leader. Yeah. I'll just be one of a group of people.
What distinguishes this movie and other SF blockbusters?
I don't think I've ever seen anything like this film. I think visually it's, incredibly, it's actually very overwhelming. It's like a whole world that has been created. And the film and the story itself is, you have a female protagonist who is living this very unique experience. Yeah. It's a film that boasts a lot of existential questions, this quest for identity and like what it is to be human. And these themes are really complex and esoteric, and I think that combined with the world that Rupert has created and the action sequences, it's really a very unique blockbuster. It's a kind of like an art film, but on a huge scale.
Help me, please.
Who sent you?
Help me, please.
Answer me.
It is very highly embedded, the Oriental things. How do you think about it?
This story, of course, I think when the animation was done in, I guess, 94 or whatever, it kind of spoke to this like lost generation of people. It's hard to have an insight as to what exactly it means for Japanese culture because, of course, like I don't come from, it's a different culture, but I do understand what it means as a kind of universal story. I mean, I was born in 84, but I still think I come from a generation, like whatever is Generation Y or whatever we're called, the millennial generation, which really has which is having this unique relationship with technology and is also the last generation to remember what it was like before we had, our lives were completely like, enmeshed with technology.
73% of this world is woken up to the age of cyber enhancement. You really want to be left behind.
And there's a very, I think this film, it speaks to our generation. Like, what is our identity without this, like, marriage to technology? And so it has a lot of, I know that it has obvious cultural references and significance for, for the Asian culture, but it also, I think, it's very generational.
I don't know who to trust.
You trust me, right?
I know I have a past. I'll find out who I was.
Goodbye. Yes, thank you so much for tuning in. And this film was made with a lot of love and passion, and I hope that you guys are as passionate about this film as we were making it. So, thanks a lot.